Today, we journey into the past to explore the life and legacy of Ertuğrul Gazi, the man often referred to as the father of the Ottoman Empire. Although his story is part history, part legend, his influence laid the groundwork for one of the most powerful empires in history. But who was Ertuğrul Gazi? And what do we truly know about this warrior chieftain? Early life and background. Ertuğrul Gazi's origins are shrouded in mystery. Born in the early 13th century, he belonged to the Kayı tribe, one of the many Oghuz Turkic tribes migrating from Central Asia. Some say his father was Süleyman So, but even this is disputed. Legend has it that Süleyman So drowned while crossing the Euphrates, but other historians believe Ertuğrul's father may have been a man named Gündüz Alp. What we do know is that after his father's death, Ertuğrul took over leadership of the Kayı tribe. He would lead his people on a dangerous journey westward, eventually arriving in Anatolia. The rise of a leader. It was in Anatolia where Ertuğrul's reputation as a warrior and leader truly began to take shape. In a world torn between the collapsing Byzantine Empire and the rising Mongol threat, Ertuğrul navigated alliances and battles. One key alliance was with the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum, which controlled much of Anatolia at the time. In exchange for his military services, the Sultan granted Ertuğrul and his tribe land in St, a small but strategically vital town near the Byzantine border. This area would become the cradle of what would later evolve into the Ottoman Empire. A skilled warrior. While historical records of Ertuğrul's specific battles are scarce, it's widely believed that his leadership on the battlefield was instrumental in defending Seljuk borders from Byzantine raids. The Kayı tribe's military prowess grew under his command, expanding its influence in the region. But Ertuğrul wasn't just a military leader. He is also depicted as a deeply religious man, devoted to the principles of Islam. Some accounts suggest that Sufi mysticism, which was popular in Anatolia during his time, influenced his thinking and leadership. Family and legacy. Ertuğrul was married to a woman traditionally known as Halim Hatun, though historical evidence about her is limited. Together, they had several children, the most famous being Osman I, who would go on to establish the Ottoman Empire in 1299. Other sons, like Saru Batu Savisi Bey and Gündüz Alp, are mentioned in various historical accounts, but their roles in history are much less known compared to Osman's monumental achievements. Ertuğrul's death and tomb. Ertuğrul Gazi's story comes to an end around the year 1280. He passed away in St, the town that had become the heart of his tribe's growing power. His tomb in St is still visited today, serving as a reminder of the man who laid the foundations for an empire that would last over 6 centuries. Throughout the centuries, the tomb has been renovated and revered by Ottoman sultans, and even today, it stands as a symbol of Turkish heritage and pride. Fact or fiction? One of the most interesting aspects of Ertuğrul's story is how much of it blends fact with legend. Unlike his son Osman or later Ottoman sultans, there are very few contemporary records of Ertuğrul's life. Most of what we know comes from Ottoman chroniclers writing years after his death, which means some aspects of his life may have been embellished to glorify the empire's origins. For example, debates still persist about his true lineage. Was his father really Süleyman So, or was it Gündüz Alp? And while his military campaigns are often spoken of in legend, specific details are hard to pin down. Cultural influence. Despite the lack of concrete historical data, Ertuğrul's influence on Turkish identity is immense. In modern times, he has become a symbol of Turkish nationalism and pride. This resurgence is partly due to the highly popular Turkish TV series Diriliş, Ertuğrul, Resurrection, Ertuğrul, which dramatizes his life, blending history with fantasy. While the show takes plenty of creative liberties, it has sparked a renewed interest in the figure of Ertuğrul Gazi, not just in Turkey but around the world. Little-known facts. Here are some interesting, Lesser-known facts about Ertuğrul. The Kayı tribe's banner, traditionally associated with Ertuğrul, features two vertical lines on a white background, symbolizing strength and stability. His preferred horse breed may have been the Akıltepe, known for its endurance, a crucial asset in his many military campaigns. Some legends even depict the Kayı tribe's symbol as an eagle, representing power and authority. This imagery of the eagle would later influence Ottoman imperial symbols. Conclusion. Ertuğrul Gazi may be a figure who exists somewhere between history and myth, but his impact is undeniable. As the patriarch of the Ottoman dynasty, he laid the groundwork for an empire that would rule vast parts of Europe, Asia, and Africa for over 600 years. His story, both real and legendary, continues to inspire generations today. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Ertuğrul Gazi, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on which historical figure you'd like to learn about next.